Hello and welcome to Brainy Gardener. Today it is all about how to grow and care for the holiday cactus. Holiday cactus, also called Schlumbergera, is native to parts of Brazil. They are popular as houseplants due to their brightly colored flowers. Three species are particularly of note, those being the Christmas cactus, the Thanksgiving cactus, and Easter cactus. Each of these three species blooms around the time of their namesake holiday. Their appearances are quite similar, making differentiating them from each other somewhat difficult. Other than the times of their respective flowering seasons, an easy way to tell them apart is by the shape of their stem segments. These cacti have segmented stems called scallops. The scallops on Christmas cactus are oblong or teardrop shape. On Easter cactus, they are rounded, and on Thanksgiving cactus, they are ridged like a crab. Flowers are formed on the tips or nodes of the stem segments. All Schlumbergera species like bright light, but too much direct sun can scorch the leaves. A south or west-facing window is perfect as long as the incoming sunlight is filtered through a curtain. East-facing windows will work if the cactus is placed a few feet away from the window. Keep the soil evenly moist during the growing season, but allow the top inch of soil to dry out before watering again. Despite being a cactus, the holiday cactus craves more water than most due to its tropical origins. Thoroughly water the plant, allowing extra water to drain through the drainage holes. The cacti in this genus are greedier than their cousins and need more water than you would expect of a cactus. In winter, when the cactus is dormant, water enough to keep the soil from drying out completely. Water the plant 2 to 3 times per week during the hot, sunny summer. This differs from plant to plant, so you'll have to judge your plant's needs by the soil condition. Schlumbergera like average temperatures between 65 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit before the buds form. They can survive lower or higher temperatures, but they will not bloom at temperatures outside of this range. After flowering is complete, this plant needs a rest period in cooler temperatures of about 55 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Keep the plant safe from cold drafts during this phase as it can easily get stressed. Holiday cactus needs a relative humidity of between 50% and 70%. These cacti are native to the tropics of Brazil and thrive in conditions that replicate that environment. If your home's humidity is low, you can place the cactus on a tray of wet pebbles. This will increase the humidity around the plant without wetting the potting medium. Holiday cactus don't need much fertilizing. Feed them with a diluted liquid fertilizer every month before the flowering season. After the blooms form, stop feeding until the next year. The best time to propagate holiday cactus is after 1 to 2 months of the blooming period. Avoid propagation in the fall when it is actively forming buds and blooming. Stem cuttings are the easiest way to propagate holiday cactus. Start the process by preparing a 4 or 6 inch pot and fill it with a growing medium like a cactus mix or all-purpose potting soil. Simply take a cutting from a healthy stem. Don't use a knife for the cut, but simply twist off the segment of the stem. It should come right off. Give the cutting a few days of rest to allow the cut-in to callus, then plant in an open potting medium. Insert the cuttings into the lightly damp soil about 1 inch deep. In a 4 inch pot, 3 stems will fit comfortably. In a 6 inch pot, 5 stems will. The emergence of roots should take 2 to 3 weeks. Keep the temperature warm and wait for new growth to emerge. After the new growth has rooted, you can transplant the cactus into regular potting soil. Holiday cactus like to be pot-bound, so they don't need repotting very often. You can repot these every 3 or 4 years, or when the potting medium starts to break down. After flowering has ceased and the plant goes into its dormant winter phase, you can repot it into a slightly larger pot. The best time to repot this plant is in late winter or early spring, after blooming has finished and the blooms have faded. Never repot this plant when it is in full bloom. Be sure to use a well-draining potting medium like a cactus mix. Frequently repotting the plant can harm it and prevent it from blooming for a while. Overwatering can be fatal. Holiday cactus is non-toxic to both humans and pets. These plants are usually pest-free, sometimes surprisingly so, but they can get mealybugs on the roots and aphids on newly formed buds. If you see any of these pests on your plant, treat them with horticultural oil or insecticidal soap.